Hello, my dear grade 9 learner. I welcome you to this online lesson. And in our lesson, I can assure you that I'll teach you so well that you'll understand and at the same time, you'll enjoy. Welcome. To start us off in our lesson, I want you to keenly look at what I'm presenting on the screen. What's this? Have you ever seen such kind of a thing? Think about it. I'm pausing to give you a minute or two to think about what I'm presenting for you on your screen. Let's move on. Now, whatever you've seen on your screen is what we refer to as a topographical map. The question comes, what is a topographical map? A topographical map is a detailed, underline the word detailed, detailed representation of the Earth's surface, showing the physical features and the characteristics of a particular area. That's the definition of a topographical map. You might want to ask yourself, what does a topographical map entail? Which are these features that are found in a topographical map? Let me guide you in knowing them. The first feature of a topographical map is what we refer to as contour lines. Contour lines. Now, these contour lines, they show the elevation and the shape of the land. If the contour lines are close to each other, they indicate steep slopes, whereas if they are widely spaced, they indicate gentle slopes. The second feature of a topographical map is the scale. The scale. Now, the scale, it shows the relationship between distance on the map and the distance in real life. For instance, 1 centimeter on the map might be showing maybe 5 kilometers, might be showing, depending on the scale, the appropriate scale that was used when coming up with that particular map. The third feature of a topographical map is the key. The other name of the key is the legend. The legend. Now, the key explains symbols that have been used on the map. For example, rivers, forests, buildings, roads, and so on and so forth. The fourth feature of a topographical map is the grid system. Now, the grid system includes the imaginary lines of latitude and longitude, or a national grid reference to help you locate places on the map accurately. So a topographical, remember in our definition of what a topographical map is, we said it's detailed. So the fourth is the grid system. What else is there? There are relief features. These include the landforms like hills, valleys, mountains, plateaus, escarpments, and they are represented in a topographical map either by using contour lines or the shading. In our next video, we shall look at how these features are represented on a topographical map. In addition to that, water bodies will be clearly marked on a topographical map. It will show where we have rivers, lakes, dams, swamps, and other drainage features. A topographical map will also include vegetation, be it forests, plantations, marshes. They'll be shown using specific symbols or even shadings. Another component of the topographical map is transportation networks. It will show roads, bridges, footpaths, name them, the transportation networks. A topographical map will also include human settlements, towns, villages, buildings, homesteads, all shall be indicated in a topographical map. Remember in our definition, we said topographical map will be a detailed representation. So there are so many details. I'm telling you, the moment we start looking at topographical maps, you'll just enjoy looking at all this information, all included in one map. There is a lot that is entailed in a topographical map. Then a topographical map will show boundaries, be it political and administrative boundaries. For instance, it will show the county boundaries, sub-county boundaries, or even the national borders, depending on the area on the ground that's being represented by that topographical map. In addition to that, it will have the physical infrastructure, including pipelines, schools, airstrips, power lines, name them. I remind you that a topographical map is detailed. So those are some of the components of the topographical map. So now that we've already known what's a topographical map, we've known what it encompasses, what is included in the topographical map, we need now to ask ourselves, how important are these topographical maps? What's their relevance? What are their benefits? Now, we start by saying that they show the shape of the land. By looking at a topographical map, like I'm having a topographical map with me here, in the next video recording, I'll show you now how to identify all these things in a topographical map. So by looking and studying keenly a topographical map, you can know where there are hills, valleys, where with flat areas, where with low-lying lands, okay? So they show us the shape of the land in question. Number two, topographical maps, they help in planning. If you ask engineers, architects, name them, before they build or before they design a house, they'll ask for a topographical map of the area where you're intending to construct a house. So it will help them in planning. They'll know where they'll build roads, where the most suitable point to have a house, and also for farmers. A topographical map helps them to know which crops can best do in a given area. Topographical maps are also useful for travel. Talk of hikers, talk of drivers. They guide those people to find the best paths or the best routes. And this reminds me that nowadays, because we've gone digital, most of the things we are doing in a digital way, that's why we've been learning online. On our phones and laptops, there's what we use as the Google Maps, you see, or GPS navigators. Now, what those features use, they are topographical maps that have been uploaded in those softwares. So if, like now, for instance, I'm using my handset, my phone, I've gone to where I have the maps and I've searched for a certain place, talk of like, I've searched for a place known as Juja, okay? Now, I've searched a place called Juja from where I am here. And guess what? It's navigating through the map here and it's giving me the best route. And if you've noted, and I want to challenge you, as you search for areas on a topographical map, kindly be zooming. And then you can see it will be very specific. It's be showing you so many things on like now. I'm looking at mine. So in a nutshell, I know this you'll do during your free time. I was trying to show the relevance or the importance of the what the what the topographical maps, that they are used by by travelers, by hikers, to get the best routes and the best paths to use. Now, another importance of the topographical map, they show the water sources. So by use of topographical map, you can tell or you can know where you'll get a river, lake, a swamp, and so on and so forth. My dear Lana, it's very important to note that topographical maps, they help us in learning about the environment because they teach us about land, plants, and places around us. In addition to that, topographical maps, they show where people live and work because they show you towns, villages, schools, roads, and other residences on the topographical map. My dear Lana, that was just the start of learning about the topographical maps. In the next video, which I want you to be alert and wait for it because I'm going to upload it soonest, we shall now dig deeper about, like, for instance, Which are some of the human activities that can be shown in a topographical map and how are they shown? In addition to that, based on our curriculum designs, I'll show you how to enlarge a topographical map. There's a lot that you learn, my dear learner. For now, I say bye-bye. See you in our next video.